Okay, so I joined on the $600 one. When I started, the Legacy Builder was not there. So we launched the Legacy Builder the first week of April. In that very first week, I made over 120,000 South African Rand with the Legacy Builder. Since then, the Legacy Builder has been my #1 seller. Now, don't get discouraged if you are not yet on the Legacy Builder. It's a great one to work towards, right? It's all about mindset. And if you don't know me yet, you will know I'm very, very passionate about mindset, because you know what? If you've never earned $1 million in your life before, you need to start priming your mind to get to that million. Whatever goal you have for yourself, you need to prime your mind. And I'm going to start sharing my screen. I love to, I'm like a visual learner. So I love just to take you through a little bit of notes so you can see for yourself. Let me just check if I can find my screen here. There we go. There we go. Put in the comments there for me just a yes if you can see my screen. Just let me know. Can you see me? Just a yes in the comments if you can see my screen. I've started to share my screen. If you can just let me know if you can see it. Let me see. Oh, we've got a lot of news. I'm catching up in the comments here. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, awesome. All right, so let me just move some stuff out of the way and let's get cracking. All right, so what's going to happen? I'm going to talk to you about overcoming some limited beliefs. Oh my goodness, guys. This journey, if you're brand new on this, your mind is going to be absolutely blown by the growth you are going to experience, not only in your own life, but in your family's life. If you can just commit to the process of renewing your mind on a daily basis, this is going to take you places that you never thought possible. So I'm sure you guys are excited to get some tips on how you can attract your leads and how you can convert them into customers. We're going to dive into that. Just make sure, guys, that you all mute, okay? Mute yourselves. Thank you so much. You're probably going to hear, when I talk about attracting leads and converting your prospects, you're probably going to hear things that you've heard before, right? Because this is what we've been told. And it's good for you to hear it again, because sometimes you need just to hear it that 20th time and the penny drops, all right? And then I'm going to go into a practical session of showing you how to automate your Instagram. I just want to see on the comments there, who knows how to automate their Instagram? Put no if you don't know. If you're new to Instagram, you don't know how to automate it. Ooh, I'm going to blow your guys' mind tonight. Ooh, I just love teaching you some new stuff. I'm so happy when Michelle talked about the Instagram, because I've been actually focusing on my Instagram for the past couple of months, and I've tried and tested some things that work. So I cannot wait to share this with you. This is going to be absolutely amazing. All right. So attracting and converting customers. It's not just about having the right people. It's all about having the right mindset and approach to follow through consistently. We can give. Sorry, guys. If I can please ask you guys to keep muted, because every time Michelle needs to mute everyone, I have to be muted as well. So please keep your speakers muted, or your microphones. You've probably, if you're in an area where you might, let me also see here, let me know in the comments there if you're feeling that you've been doing everything, but you have not yet had the results that you're looking for. Put me if that is you. You've been doing stuff, you've been following the process, but not yet having the results. Oh, there we go. So we can identify some of those blocks, right? This is why I wanted to say that we can give you structure, we can give you tactics. And that is what I love about the mentoring calls, because we each work differently. I'm going to share tonight what works for me and what has worked for me. And that might work for you. Might be something else that works for you. The point is, you're getting all this training, but at the end of the day, you are you. And no one can change that. You need to do what works for you. You can take the guidelines, you can apply the tactics, but here and there, you need to change some things. So we're going to get into that. All right. So what I want to get into firstly is the overcoming limited beliefs. Okay. So put yes in the comments there for me if you relate to the fear of failure, if you feel like you've got that fear, the fear of failure and the fear of procrastination, right? Look at all those yeses. Okay. So the fear of failure, the fear of failure is keeping most people back from really going all in on something because they have been disappointed by past mistakes. They've been disappointed in relationships. They have tried some things before. It didn't quite work out. Maybe you're an introvert. Maybe you're very shy and you are so tired. You're not tired. You are so scared to put yourself out there because of the fear of rejection. And what if you show up and give your 100% and it doesn't work out, right? Can I just tell you that fear is completely normal? The only difference between people having fear and being unsuccessful and those that are successful is that those that are successful go through that fear. They've got the courage to go through it. They do it afraid. So I'm going to get into that. Procrastination is, it keeps you back. You keep on putting off things, okay? Put a yes if you relate over there. You keep on putting it off. You've got the structure and you say, okay, from Monday on, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then life happens and it's just so easy to use an excuse not to actually go to action and do it, right? So let me discuss the fear of failure first. We all have patterns, right? If you've been disappointed in your past and something has probably brought you here. It could be a number of reasons. In my case, I was tired of living on the breadline. I was tired of working hard. I've worked hard all my life. I went through a divorce many, many years ago. I sat with my 2 kids. I had to look after them myself. Instead of having 2 incomes, I had to live off 1 income. I knew by then I was going to have to work hard for the rest of my life, and my life was not going to look normal like other people. And then, so for me, wanting to be a stay-at-home mom was something I put on the shelf many, many years ago. So when I started with my beauty salon business during COVID, because COVID, I mean, my salary at my corporate company fell so low that I thought, oh, well, I might as well take the chance and do my own thing because I wanted to be there for my children. I wanted to be in control of my own time. So what happened was I worked in my salon and I was still not making enough money. Now, if you've ever felt like that, you can put a 1 in the comments there. You're doing everything in your power that you can, but nothing seems to work. It's still not enough. That not enough is the banner that has been on your life for so long, right? So you've been disappointed in your past. Maybe something happened that was out of your control. Maybe the way you got brought up, things were always a struggle. It was always never enough. Maybe you've never experienced abundance, right? Now, when that happens and you've got all that disappointment, that has become your belief system. Because here's what happens. In our mind, we've got patterns, right? You see the same pattern over and over again. Something happens. Let's say you're in a relationship and you are very insecure in your relationship. The relationship doesn't work out. The husband leaves you or he cheats on you or whatever. I'm just using an example, right? So now for you, that's evidence. Oh my goodness, I'm not good with relationships. I'm not good enough, right? That's evidence. Now you come into a second relationship. Now you already know what happened in the past relationship. You already have a track record. You already have the evidence of the past. Now you assume it's going to happen in the future. Now, because you assume it's going to happen in the future, you're already acting like that. You're already, what are you doing? What are you doing on your phone over there? You're already expecting your husband, your new husband or your new partner to do the same that your previous partner did, right? And then what happens is the relationship doesn't work out because you're too insecure. And again, you get that second set of evidence. That becomes your belief system. So how do we change that? How do we turn that around? The good news is we are creatures of habit, right? Now, if you haven't heard that before, having a habit, it's just about creating new habits, but we all are programmed a certain way. You were programmed when you were born. And there's a reason I'm going somewhere with this, okay? You were programmed somehow through disappointments, through life that is something that happened to you, past disappointments. So now you've been programmed a certain way. There's a certain belief system. Then you think to yourself, oh my goodness, everyone's making millions and it's all going well with everyone, but what am I doing wrong? It could be that it's your belief system, that truly deep inside, the only evidence you have is the past. There's no new evidence to show you that this is going to work for you. There's no new evidence to show you that you can actually have the life that you always wanted. But the good news is we can change that. The good news is you can actually renew your mind by creating new evidence. Now, how do we do that? Number one is you we do what we do because what we think of us, right? It's by creating a new habit, creating a new evidence. And the only way that you can create that is by doing something different. Think about it this way. If you start today and you follow your 2-hour workday and you start, instead of listening to your negative thoughts, instead of listening to past mistakes that you've made, or instead of listening to what you normally listen to, what if every day when you get up, you say, oh my goodness, today is going to be the day. Today's going to be the day. I'm going to do my live today. I'm going to get a $900 sale. What if you go in with that mindset, but it doesn't happen? What are you going to do then? What's your reaction? That's that evidence, right? That should be the opposite. You should say, maybe not today, but then it's going to happen tomorrow, because you keep on sowing the seeds. When you show up as a future version of yourself, you're creating a new pattern, a new path. And sooner or later, that evidence is going to come. When you've got that first sale, that's evidence. You're building new evidence. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you guys? Right? Yeah. Thank God for what you don't see yet. We all have a vivid imagination, guys. We are programmed to deter to the negative. We are programmed that we rather want to look at the negative, or there's something wrong with me, but we're asking the wrong questions. We all know the program works. So I just want to encourage you with that. The program works like a recipe, okay? If it doesn't work currently for you, it's because of your belief system. And that is something that we can change. All right. Now, the reason why people have the fear of failure, what leads normally to that is procrastination, okay? But before we get to that, let me give you 3 steps of how you can overcome this fear of failure by creating a new pattern. Now, how do we do that? You check at what you are letting in. I spoke to a lady today, and she's had success within this business, right? And I spoke to her today, and she said to me, she doesn't know what she's doing wrong, and she's so negative already. So I asked her, okay, so have you been doing this and this and this and this, right? Normally ask the normal questions. Do you post 3 times a day? Do you do your copy and pasting of ads? Yes, I've been doing everything. It's not working, right? So I said to her, where's your mind at? And then she shared with me that she's been seeing a lot of negativity about the legacy builder, blah, blah, blah. So I said, that's the problem. That is the problem. What are you letting in? Because that's what's going to come out. And that's what you are going to attract. Think about it when you go to a restaurant and you order food. And the waiter comes there and he's like taking your order. And he's like, okay, what do you want? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. And he's like, he's there, but he's not there. Let me know in the comments. You can feel that. You can feel someone's aura, right? You can feel if they're really there or they aren't there, or you can feel if they care or if they don't. And you can also feel it when someone just wants a sale out of you, right? You can feel it. Desperation will not attract your perfect customer, my friend. It will not attract it. That is why it's a decision to move into the opposite and create that and start creating that new pattern. You do not have to be happy to act happy. Can I get an amen on that? Okay. You don't have to be happy to act happy, my friend, because if you show up for someone else and you show up for your perfect customer, you're showing up for someone else, not for yourself. You might be sad when you get up in the morning and things might not be going well with you, but there's someone out there that needs to hear of this solution today. You might not believe in the solution, but we all know it works. And it might be the answer that someone else is looking for. So start showing up for someone, not for you. For someone. And I want to give you a quick tip on that, what has helped me. Now, I've been in the image consulting industry, right? And I used to teach people, you should dress how you feel. Dress how you want to feel, not how you feel. Now, if there's women on there, you're going to know what I'm talking about. When you get up on a Saturday morning and you're feeling fat and ugly and you're feeling emotional, you just want to be in sweatpants and you already feel ugly, right? Okay, but doesn't that make you fake if you pretend to be happy when you aren't? No, because what are you going to do when someone comes and visits you? You had a fight now just with your husband. You have a fight with your husband, you have a fight with the kids. Now someone come and they visit you because you organized dinner for them. Are you going to act happy, or you're going to be in that mood because your husband just upset you? That's not being fake, my friend. That's considering the other person. That's showing up for someone else, not for yourself. Right? That's showing up for someone else. So with the dress part that I want to say is, that's a tip I can give you, is getting up in the morning, installing that discipline of dress how you want to feel. Here's what's going to happen if you do. If you dress like how you feel, like, I don't feel good today, I feel fat and ugly, blah, blah, you're going to wear pants that's 2 sizes bigger. You're probably not going to put on makeup, so you're all going to feel ugly. And you don't have to wear makeup to feel good. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if you're always going to dress the way you feel, you're going to get that reaction as well. People are going to say, ooh, do you look sick? Are you feeling okay? Are you tired? But what if you start getting up and you start dressing the way you want to feel? What if you just make that extra effort? You know what type of reaction you're going to get? Oh my goodness, you look so good. Oh, really? Really? Oh, yes, you look so good and I love the color on you. It's gonna just elevate your mood, right? You need to start doing something intentional. Instead of just waiting for life to happen for you, be intentional about showing up for people, right? See failure as a learning opportunity. Can I tell you guys, you need to fail forward. You're not going to do everything right in this business. You're not going to. And sometimes things are going to happen that are outside of your control. The best advice I ever got was, everything in life happens for you, not to you. My TikTok account was banned, my main one. It's still banned, right? The moment that happened, you know what I did? I did have a backup account. But the moment that happened, I was asking to myself, okay, so this was happening for me. I wonder why, but let's go with it. I had 2 videos go viral, and all of a sudden my backup account started booming, where I could have immediately either stopped, took a break, or I could have said, oh my goodness, now there goes everything. It's all about the way we see it. You need to be so intentional, because you can flip anything around. The control is in your hands. You can flip anything around. If you haven't made a sale yet, you can say, I haven't made a sale yet. Where's the problem? Is it my mindset? Let me do some mindset training. Is it, am I struggling to connect with my perfect customer? I'm not getting leads. I'm not getting any engagement. Let me do some customer training. Whatever you need to do, do it. Be intentional about it. And take action despite of fear. I can promise you, just that will change your life completely, and it will bring in the sales. You know how many times I was scared to put a video out there where I felt vulnerable. You know how scared I was the very first time when I told people that I couldn't pay my children's school fees, but it was the best thing now I say it almost every day. But that very first video, I felt ashamed. I felt like a failure, because now everyone's going to know I couldn't pay my children's school fees. But you know what happened? What happened? It opened up a wealth of people coming to me saying, Lizelle, I'm exactly there now, right now. How can you help me? How can you see? I opened up. I'm not saying you need to open up on things that you don't want to open up, but maybe there's something that's been on your heart lately that you would help someone with, but you've been too scared to share, right? So one reason people fear failure is because they feel overwhelmed by big, daunting goals that leads to procrastination, right? That procrastination that you're feeling you're putting stuff off, you're just not getting to do it. Life gets in the way, right? Because the goal might feel too big. And this is what I see all the time. I tell my customers, they must have 2 goals. Again, guys, I'm sharing what works for me, okay? Instead of having, like, we're all going for the 20K in 90-day run, which is fantastic, and have that goal and make your plans according to it, right? But what is your goal? Have a second one. What is something that's going to make you happy? And I'm going to share with you why I say that. When I started my journey and I would see people making millions and, oh, this one is like only 3 days in and they made so many sales, that would demotivate me. And I would say, oh my goodness, until I started turning it around and saying, okay, If I can celebrate with them, when my time comes, they're going to celebrate with me, right? But before I was in that type of mindset, that would demotivate me. And sometimes I would make good sales, but then someone else would mention how much more they made, and that would make me feel, oh my goodness, I'm not good enough. I should also go for that target. That keeps gratefulness away. And gratefulness is your superpower. If you can stay grateful for everything, grateful that you have this opportunity, grateful that you are starting to learn new skills, grateful that you are not where you were, that you're on your way to a better place, grateful for that very first sale, grateful that you could show up today and give some hope to someone that needed to hear it. Grateful is what's really going to help you. So make smaller goals for yourself. I wanted to make 20,000 Rand, which is about just over $1,200 when I started with my journey. I heard of everyone making a lot of money, but I was like, I wanted just $1,200 a month just to take some financial pressure off. By my 6th week, I think I made double. And I was like, oh my word, this is insane. This is so amazing. And I was so grateful. And the second month I made 54,000 South African Rand. And I was like, now I made even more than double than I even imagined I would make, right? And then obviously it goes more and more and more because your email list grows and you upskill yourself even more. You learn more, you get better at your job, right? But then there would be times where people earn more money. And then I would remind myself, Lizelle, you were happy with 20,000 a month. Count your blessings, my friend. Count your blessings. So always have that small goal so that you keep reminding yourself where you were when it starts going well, when the sales start coming in, right? Trisha made her second sale this weekend. Awesome, awesome. Congratulations. So break down big goals into small achievable steps. And this is what I love about what Michelle does, is that daily video. I mean, just following the daily video, implementing what she's already teaching you to do. Your mindset directly impacts how you approach getting customers. When you shift from fear and procrastination to confidence and actions, results will follow. Test this, guys. Test this. Do it afraid. Go against the fear, go against the procrastination. And sooner or later, as you are repeating that same pattern, that's going to become your belief system. It's going to become like brushing your teeth in the morning. It's just who you are now, right? Because that's ultimately what you need to ask yourself is, who do you want to become? And I can actually stand a little bit still on that point. You are now, but who do you want to become? Because sometimes what keeps us in our mind is as well, oh, but I'm always like that. Oh, I can never get up early in the morning. I can never do that. I can't be like this, like Lizelle, all over the place. And, you know, you restrict yourself in so many ways. Who do you want to become? If you want to be that someone that inspires, and you want to do your quotes and not be like educational, like I like to do my post, you do you. But determine who you want to become and start talking like that. Start showing up like that. That's not being fake. That's embracing the future you. That is embracing who you want to become. Here's what happens. Because a lot of people, like someone earlier said, if you're going to act happy and you're not really happy, isn't that being fake? If you're going to act sad, you're going to stay sad, okay? But if you're going to show up differently and show up as a future version of who you want to be, you're going to start talking like it. You're going to start showing up like it. It's going to start going from year to year, and you're going to start becoming like that. That's going to become the new you. Oh, this is how I am. This is how I am now. You know, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let me get into how to attract leads, okay? Again, you're probably going to hear some stuff that you've heard many, many times before. And maybe tonight the penny is going to drop, or you might see something that you haven't seen before. This has been working for me, is determining your customers' pain points, obviously, and desires. And I saw that Michelle did that video this morning. So it's so awesome that it actually ties in so well. I've done many one-on-ones, guys, many one-on-ones. The one thing every single one struggles with, not just 1 out of 10, everyone struggles with that are not getting the sale as quick as they want to, or they're a month or two in and they haven't received sales. From my experience, they don't know who their perfect customer is. They are piggybacking on someone else's perfect customer. They hear someone would say, or they would hear me also say, I'm going for parents because I'm going for that mom that wants to be a stay-at-home mom, but that could never afford being a stay-at-home mom. That parent that wants more time with their children, much the same as Michelle's. I've got some people that going into real estate, but my perfect customer is my perfect customer. Now you would hear me say, yes, I speak to parents. I speak to that person that's tired of living paycheck to paycheck. And you relate with it because you're also a parent and you think, okay, that's a good one. Okay, let me write that down. That's a good one. You're picking back off other people without really doing the work yourself. Thinking to yourself, what is it? What are my pain points? Why did I start with this business? Why did I want extra money? And if you haven't heard my story before, my aha moment came, I think it was 3 weeks into my journey when I haven't made a sale yet. And I kept on asking myself, why did I start with this business? I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I want more money. And then I asked myself, but why? And I said, well, because I want to be able to live my life and buy stuff for my children, right? And then I asked myself, but why did I never want to go work for a boss? Why did I start my own beauty salon that time during COVID? Why did I want that? And all of a sudden the penny dropped. And it was like, because I don't want my kids growing up not knowing me, because I always had to put work first. The moment the penny dropped, and I started crying when I found it. I always say, if your why doesn't make you cry, you're not deep enough yet. I went and I did a video and it absolutely went viral, and I knew I found my perfect customer. You see, I was peeling off the layers, and that's what you need to know. Ask yourself, what are your customers' pain points? Now, you've probably heard it a lot before. We are in October now. What is now going through your customer's mind? If you've had success and it's going well with you, think where you were last time this year. If you are currently brand new, or maybe you haven't made sales yet, what is going through your mind right now? If you think about December, what's going through your mind? What are you worried about? What are you thinking about? What type of finances are stressing you out? And what are your desires? Where do you want to be December? What do you want to do in December? What is holiday to you? What does it mean? Do you want to be with family? Why do you want to be with family? What do you enjoy about? Because your pain points and your desires are most likely your perfect customer's pain points and desires. And if you can speak directly to that, you're going to attract your customer like never before. I'm talking about detail. Guys, where do you want to be December? Because I love sitting around a table. I love decorating the Christmas tree, sitting and decorating the table. And I want to treat everyone. I want the family around. I want the kids to splash in the pool. I want to hear how the kids are laughing. I want everyone to enjoy themselves. I want to be the host. I want to give out gifts. That's being specific. And what problem are you solving? This is something people miss. Think about the program. What problem is it solving for your customer? It doesn't help you say it's just helping them to earn money online. What is it solving? Let me give you an example. When I was in my business and I was still not making enough money, I was struggling to find something to make extra money with. I was looking for jobs online. I was actually applying for jobs online. I didn't want to go work for a boss, but I actually felt obligated or pushed to go and work for a boss. And I applied for jobs because I knew something had to change, although I didn't want to go work for a boss. The online jobs that were available was during the night, and I'm from South Africa, so I couldn't work during the night and during the day. So I could not find something. My solution was the 2-hour workday. When I heard about the 2-hour workday and that I could earn in dollars, because $900 in South African rand is over 16,000 rand, for me, that's a way of working smarter. Let me do this, right? And I could see the evidence of it working. What is the solution that you are offering for your customer? Think about that. Where are they? How did you find the program? Where are your customers hanging out on? I found it, I didn't find it actually on social media, but where did you spend your time when you were looking for something? Was it Facebook? Was it Instagram? Was it TikTok? Think about where they're hanging out and in what groups are they hanging out. Facebook, guys, is a gold mine. Think about the groups that you are spending in time with. Take action, get part of those groups, get into some Facebook training, and see how you can add value in those groups so that you can start having an influence there. It is magic. And then lead magnets and free offers. This is something that has worked for me. Okay. When I started focusing on my Instagram, I actually separated the two in my funnel. I created a lead magnet. Now, here's why. Instagram is different. And Michelle also said it on a video, is different to TikTok. Okay. Instagram, especially, they want to be cuddled and you need to add a ton of value. They want immediate satisfaction and then put in their email. They want to be rewarded for giving their email address, right? So what I've created is for myself is a lead magnet. And that is what I tie them in on my Instagram. I give them the steps on how they can be successful online. And here's a tip. You add your affiliate links within that lead magnet so that if they don't buy from you your product, but you show them you need a product or service that's in high demand, depending on what, remember, your perfect customer. Don't do what I do now. Do what's going to work for your perfect customer. Think what is going to make you understand how this business works. Think how you're going to talk to a customer. I know my perfect customer. They don't know how to have their own online business. I need to break it down step by step. You need a product or service that's in high demand. You need something that people are looking for. Have a digital product because that means you're not going to have any inventory. And I can be relatable because I've had my own business. I know what it feels like to have to work just to pay stock every month, right? So I tell them that. And then I tell them about automating their business. And I tell them about system.io that I'm using. I put my affiliate link in there. I put all my affiliate links in that if they don't purchase the program from me, at least I'll get affiliate commission for the free resources I'm giving them. Does that make sense? Where's my comment box here? Does that make sense? Yeah. All right. Awesome. Okay, good. So focusing on value to get more customers, right? And free offers. If there's one thing that I can tell you is a lot of people, and I know I've been there, especially in the beginning when you're learning, master your 2-hour workday, master the program, okay? Master it until you get good at it. But also be creative, okay? Again, think about what your customer would want to see. I don't see enough urgency in people's content and in their emails when they ask me to check their emails. I don't see enough urgency. Not everyone does it, but it works for me. I use extra digital products that I would sometimes bundle, right? And then I would make a special offer. Or I would tell them, like now with the 90-day run is extremely nice. I would send out an email to everyone and I would tell them that I've got, there's a 90-day run coming up. And I will send about 3 emails, psyching them up, making them excited that they're going to miss out if they don't join, right? Not a lot of people think of doing that. So be creative. People like free stuff. They like to be a part of something. You've heard Michelle say that as well. So you can put that in your emails, right? Okay, so I'm gonna open up for questions soon. So value first. These are the tips on how you can convert. Okay, your lead magnet. I know Michelle has got the 30K in 30 days. I think lead magnet, which is like a PDF that you can attach on your first email. Okay, that's also a lead magnet, giving them some extra goods, extra thing. They know they're getting something, right? Adding value in the lead magnet. Social proof. Nothing prevents you from adding some screenshots of the community inside some of your emails, letting them know the success some of the community members are experiencing, and especially according to your target market. My target market are parents, especially moms wanting to stay at home. So I would take a screenshot of one of the community members' successes of someone sharing she was working full-time, like Amy. She was working full-time, 3 jobs, and now she's a stay-at-home mom. I would share her story and say, because that's my perfect customer. If you're a pensioner and your pensioners are your target audience, share a screenshot of a pensioner. Can you see how you're talking your customer's language, right? And share stats with them. What are the stats? How many people we're 5 billion people on the internet now. Social media is evolving. We're going to be 5.9 billion, I think, by the year 2027. Share some stats with them. If you've done the training on where Michelle gives you the 4 types of buyers, that's going to help you a lot. Listen. This is the best way, in my opinion, that you can convert a customer, is if you listen to what they are asking. Listen to their objections. Listen to what they are commenting on, the emails that you are getting. And if you're not getting emails or comments yet, see what they are commenting on other people's. We've got a community of over 40,000 guys. You can just go quickly on their TikTok and see what people are commenting. What are their objections? What are their hesitations? What's standing in the way of getting the online business? Is it that they think it's a scam? Do a post on that. Answer that question. Do they think it's a lot of money? Send an email. Share the value of why, or do a post again. Share the value of, yes, you invest once, it's in yourself, but it's going to set you up to earn on a regular basis, right? Listen to what your customers are asking you. And urgency. That's the one thing I already covered. The scarcity factor, again, with the 90-day run, that's amazing because they want to feel that there's only a limited time to start altogether and they're going to miss out. Limited time offers. I see some people say they're going to pay the website fee if someone joins within the next week or whatever. You can't amend the price of the programs, but you can add some promotional offers, right? You can even add, tell them about the exclusive bonuses that they are getting inside the program already. They don't know exactly what's in the exclusive bonuses. Share. In the next week, you're going to get 200 digital product ideas. You're going to get 30-day marketing strategy plan. Share what extra stuff there is that they can get. Put some urgency in there so that they know that they need to sign up now. Okay. So, all right. So let me get into, I'm going to handle the questions now. Let me get into quickly how to automate your Instagram. All right. Okay. Let me get into that. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Oh, wait, I can go out like this, I think. All right. Okay. You guys can see ManyChat in front of you, right? Just let me know. Yes, you can see. There's like a different screen in front of you now. Oh, okay. Thanks. All right. So this is so exciting because when you open a ManyChat account, you do get a trial period. Now, this is not for free. You do get a trial. You can test it out. I think it's about, I can't remember. I think 2 or 3 weeks you can test it out. I'm not sure how long it is. But this is amazing. Maybe you don't need it as much in the beginning, but oh boy, when a post goes viral, you don't have to sit and comment because you can actually use ManyChat to comment on behalf of you and to grow your Instagram. This is how I've grown my Instagram so far. Okay, so you go into ManyChat, you open up, it's very simple to open. You just log in, enter a whole login, that's it. It's very straightforward. And then on the left-hand side here, you're going to go to automation. Okay, when you click on automation, I want you to see this. When you click on new automation, there are going to be some templates. Now, this is amazing. I have generated leads with this, and I've grown my Instagram with this by ManyChat actually just performing on my behalf. You can auto send links in DM. You can grow your YouTube. You can put a quiz out, grow followers with a freebie. That's what I did in the beginning to grow my Instagram. I've got a lot of people asking me how I grew it. This is where I created a lead magnet. You can use the one that's in the community, maybe the 30K one. You don't have to create a brand new lead magnet. You can use the exact same, what you've been using, the exact same one. I grew my followers with this. So what would happen is I would set up an automation. As soon as they comment on my call to action, they would get an immediate response in their DM. That response in their DM would tell them to please follow me, and then they're going to get the link to my domain, right? This is how I grew my my Instagram. So let me take an example. You can actually do a WhatsApp through this as well. I know for us South Africans, that is actually nice. Let me see. Auto reply to comment in DM. Okay, someone's scribbling the screen. I don't have the authority to take that off. All right, so let me give you an example, okay? So it's not live yet. You can set it to
Legacy
live,
goals
but when
program. So let me show you. Let me flip this around.
Oh, okay, someone's talking. Okay, so what you can do is you can actually click on create new trigger, okay? So you can choose when
Hold on, I
you,
gotta.
when do you want to send a message? Do you want to send a message when they comment on your post or your reel? When
Hold on one
you
second,
wanted to
sorry.
send a message when they reply to your story or user sends a message? Let me put that in. Someone sends me a message, I want to create an automation now, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put certain keywords in. So the amazing thing about ManyChat is you can actually run a couple of promotions. Like if you did the 90-day run, you can say to them, this is the 90-day run, comment 90, and you're going to get something, you know, you put a lead magnet or something in there. You can even give some free hooks away. Tell them they can get some free hooks, whatever suits your perfect customer. Okay. And you can actually add some, information. Like I'm just going to say interested. All right, so I've got interested. Now you can see they send me a message, they're interested. Now that trigger is going to go to the one. This is the first message that they will see in their DM. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm so excited. You'd like to see what I've got on offer. I'm just going to say, I'm so excited. Let me put this in. Thanks for your message. Get all the info here. Okay, and then I'm going to click on add button. And then here is actually where you can put your website in. Okay, so I'm not going to put my website in now, but you get the idea. You just put your domain in. That's exactly, they're going to click on the domain and it's all going to happen automatically without you touching your Instagram. This happens while you are having lunch. Okay, it happens for you. And you can even let it go further and add another one, or you can just delete it. I'm going to show you another example here. Like mine is, oh, I don't want that one live. All right, so let me just check this one quickly. All right. No, it's not this one. I want to show you something that I've done, and then you can see. Let me see quickly. Is it this one? Let me just see. Let me check this one. It's not that one. I'm not sure where mine now is. But let me give you an example. If I go to Instagram and I go to mine, I'll show you what it does. All right. So when you go here, let me go to someone that has commented. There was one. All right, look at that. So when there's a comment, seems like I can't get down. Oh, sorry, guys, I can't get down. But when you go in there and someone comments, it just automatically happens. And you can actually set up the automation to either send them to your DM, which I would say to do because you want to grow your email list at the end of the day, right? Oh, here it is. Here it is. There we go. There's my automation, right? So they comment on either a post or a reel or whatever they comment, they already get something from me. They click on the link. They click on the link to get their freebie. And what I did was when they click on that freebie, they actually get connected to my domain already. So they immediately go into my email list. So I hope that makes sense. You need to go play around with it. play around with it for a week or two, and then you can decide if you want to use it. But for me, it's absolutely amazing because it frees up my time and it grows my Instagram and it grows my leads, which is amazing. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to open up for questions. That was a mouthful. Can this be used on other social media platforms besides Instagram? No, only on Instagram. This is why I love Instagram. It's so cool. Okay, the lead magnet is in, Michelle did post it in the global community. I'm not sure it was pinned at a stage, but just go and search at the top for it. 30K in 30 days. No, 10K in 30 days, I think it was. Yeah. All right, Trisha.
Hello, good night. I know it's night.
Hello.
Thank you, Miss Lizzie, for this amazing training. Oh my God, I'm super excited because I made another sale. I'm so excited.
Congrats. So
Thank you
happy for you.
so much. Yes, this program is so rad. The mentoring, everything is just so cool. So my question is, I am already on Insta, but I guess it's known for my modeling. So with your advice, I know, I think I asked Michelle this already, but do we have to start a whole new Instagram, or can we kind of blend it? Because I'm also a confidence coach, a model, and a digital queen, of course, marketing queen. What is your advice?
What is currently on your account? What does your account stand for currently? Is it more business related?
It's more uplifting women through looking amazing, feeling amazing, and through my modeling. So it's the modeling and the coaching, like confidence coaching.
Okay. So it really does, well, it ties in slightly. You can actually move it like, say, digital marketing is actually helping you now work smarter in automating your system and doing all of that. Instagram, oh, I see. How many
So I
followers
do
do
talk of, I have 27,000 followers.
Wow.
Yeah, my
In-
Instagram is my biggest platform that I have more followers on. But lately my engagement has been really low. Not sure why, but I'm not very consistent on there. That's the truth. I need to be more consistent. I'm really more consistent now on TikTok because I only have 300 and something followers. Thank you guys so much for following me. The community, it's coming. And the other day I thought it was business, but it's a personal account, but it's tied to TikTok Shop. So I probably have to release that TikTok Shop too. I want your advice on that. I don't know if you're giving training on that too, but
I would decide on, you know, you need to decide which one you're going to go all in with, which one you're going to focus on, because that's where the growth is going to happen. Only when I started focusing on Instagram a couple of months ago, I started to see growth because I started to focus on it. And you know what? I only posted like once a day, a reel on it. Instagram is different to TikTok. It's
right.
not where TikTok, you have to go follow and comment on other digital marketers. It's not the same with Instagram. Not what I found. And I've actually done a different course on that when I started focusing on my Instagram. It's not that finicky about who you follow and who you comment on. It's just about creating engaging content.
I love your. So
Oh.
my question for your Instagram, when did you start this Instagram? And it's just based on your digital marketing on
Yes.
this?
Yeah, I did start that Instagram this more or less the same time when I started with my business, but I never focused on it, so I didn't see any growth. 3 months ago, I was on 290 followers on that Instagram because I didn't focus on it. I posted 3 times a day. Whatever was on TikTok, I just duplicated, right? I just duplicated on Instagram. That did not work. But the moment I started focusing on Instagram and I started to do extra content that fitted the Instagram audience, that's when I started to see growth. That's when I started.
You're at 12,009K right now. And that took you how long?
3 months, about three months.
And
Yeah.
you
It has
use
been
what you
growing at a rapid. it has been growing at a rapid speed the last month or so, because I've now trained that algorithm and
Yeah.
I've started to post more than I do. I used to post like once a day. Now I post 3 times a day. I've started posting regularly, and I started introducing the lead magnet. I started to show up on my stories often, which I didn't do beforehand. So that's why it started to grow a lot, right?
Thank you
So
for
I would, if I was you, I would try and I would try and just focus on what type of approach I'm going to do on that account with so many followers. I mean, you're already inspirational. It's
Mhm.
women are feeling good and all that, and you can actually add the digital marketing, but you need to decide how you want to, which angle you want to take it. Is it like an empowering angle from, oh my goodness, or like business, now I can automate everything. This is what it's taught me with a one-time investment. So you just need to think about your perfect customer and how you are going to get that message across. Otherwise, you need to start a new one. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I will pray about it and see how that works. Thank you so much. I love South Africa. Can't wait to come back there.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I would
Bye.
definitely try it. You've got a lot of followers there. You've got a good head start.
I'll try. And thank you for this Instagram training. It is, I mean, I've never heard of such a thing. So this is just incredible.
And
Thank
look at all
you.
the followers that you have, because the moment
Mhm.
you immediately answer through ManyChat, that means the algorithm picks up that you are answering your customers, you know?
Wow. Uh-huh.
So it's picking up that you are real, your customers come first. But just a tip on that as well, just check that ManyChat does the automation. It does it, but sometimes there's one or two that slips by, or someone that asks a different question. Because I became so like, oh my goodness, my ManyChat is taken care of, and then I would see someone ask something different. They won't comment a keyword because I give keywords to comment, you know.
Oh, so you have to put the keywords in the mini
You
chat.
don't have to. You don't have to, but I do. I've got keywords. They either need to post ready, passive, or you know, like keywords, and then yeah, you're gonna play around with it and see how it goes.
Thank
For
you
now,
so
just
much.
show them to your when you start off with it, show them to your domain. But later on you can add some other stuff in. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Larisham.
Hi, Lizelle. Thank you so much for the awesome training. My question is regarding the lead magnets. I just wanted to ask you, like, how would you put that in a post? Would you tell the people on a video, for instance, if you're interested, leave your email address for this free, let's say, Canva course or crash course or something? How would you do that?
Larishelle, you're going to do it in your stories, because it's actually in your stories that the selling happens. The selling happens. I'm sure Michelle will give training on that as well. But in your stories, you want to do the selling, because actually people watch your stories. Once they start watching your stories, and twice or 3 times, when they open their Instagram, they can see that circle coming up. Instead of having to scroll through, they see your circle coming up. So your posts are going to add value, but your stories, you're going to do the selling. So in your stories, you can do like a story and say, hey, this is this, and for now, and you can put a link in your stories directly to that freebie. So you take them directly there. And if you've got a Canva thing that you give them, you can take them to a landing page, you know, that you can create in system.io. You can create a landing page where they get that freebie, where they enter the email address, and then from there on, you connect it to your domain. It sounds complicated, guys, but I promise it's not. It's not. The only thing is, when you want everything automated like that, you're going to have to be on a paid version of system.io to have more than one funnel, I think. So for me, I already am on a paid one, because obviously when you make money, you need to keep on investing in your business, right? So I just duplicated the funnel, the one that we have. I created a separate landing page for my lead magnet. So now I can see directly who comes in from Instagram and who doesn't, and who comes in from TikTok. That helps me to determine, am I on par with my content? Because now I can also watch my stats to see when I'm going in the right direction and when I'm not, instead of just going in blind, you know. So it actually, yeah, it helps you. I might give
Thank
another
you.
training on that on another stage.
Thank you so much, Lizelle. Thank you.
Pleasure. Nika, did I see you had another sale today on the community group?
Hi, Lizelle. Yes, I actually did. I had one yesterday and then again today too. Now,
Great.
thank you
Awesome.
so much. Thank you so much for the training. It was amazing. I also wanted to like expand my platforms a little bit to Instagram as well. So, what I just want to know is I checked out your Instagram now and I commented on one of the things to see your reply and all of that. And thank you so much for sharing the many chats. That's absolutely amazing. So what I want to know is, is your growth organic or did you do any ads or anything like that?
My growth is completely organic.
Oh,
I did, I think in the very first beginning, try to boost a post, but I couldn't. I couldn't because it was connected to an old Facebook account of mine. So yeah, no, it's just organic. The thing is,
okay, well,
if you're going to buy your followers, and especially when your account is new, then you're not going to know who you are attracting, right? I
yeah.
don't have anything against people buying followers, but if you do it when you've known that at least your algorithm has been trained, you
Mm,
know, because I know people do that. And sometimes it's good. They say boosting posts doesn't work, although I did try to do it, but like I said, I couldn't. They say that doesn't work, but yeah, there are ways to grow it organically. And there's a lot of ways that you can do it using trending audios, using viral hooks. You know, I actually did a separate Instagram training that I'm inside that someone that's very successful on Instagram, and she actually helps give trending audios and stuff, but I share it in the community. So yeah, it helps to jump on a viral trend. It helps to look at what's working for other people in your niche. The other thing about Instagram is you'll have, like, I've had a couple of videos go viral, but not even a lot of comments. That's not a good posting, if you know what I mean. It's viral maybe,
yeah.
and it looks like a lot of views, but if there's not a lot of comments, to me, it's not a successful post. You know, I've done 2 now that the hooks go viral, and I use ChatGPT to change it to my niche. And it went, I think the one had 27,000 views, which was fantastic, but there's no comments. Like, so that doesn't help. So just keep that in mind, you know. That's where Instagram is a little bit different. I haven't seen that on TikTok ever happen. On TikTok, when it goes viral, there's a lot of comments. But yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Instagram is fun, man. I love Instagram. Bailey. Oh,
Hello.
someone's Instagram now offers the instant messaging as well for free. I did not know that. See, guys, we're going to learn a lot. Hey, Bailey.
My brain shut off. I forgot what I was gonna ask.
Okay, should I come back to you?
Yeah, you can come back
All
to me if
right.
you want.
Okay, let's go to, is it Shamacious? Freaking delicious.
Good evening.
Hello.
I'm Shemaine, and I'm from
Shamaine.
South Africa as well, from Kimberley.
Hello.
It's a
Awesome.
pleasure. Thank you so much, Lizelle, for sharing this. I'm really grateful. I'm actually a newbie as well. I just started October with the Launchpad, and I saw this, and it's really it's a platform that I can really see myself growing to. So my one question that I would like to ask you is, I would like to know, like, your Instagram. Is it a business Instagram, or is it just a normal Instagram that you opened?
Oh, that's a good question. I actually don't know, but when you ask that question, what else came up to mind is I'm verified on Instagram, but that's also an amount I pay every month. But I do that because I don't experience any scam accounts. I'm also very new to Instagram. I've only been delving into it 3 months ago, you know, like getting to and just like TikTok, you will learn what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and you keep on amending. But yeah, I actually, that's a good question. I don't think I've got a business. I don't know. I don't actually know. I'm not sure if it gave me that option. Yeah. I don't think it's that important. Let me put it that way. You don't have to be verified on Instagram, but you do pay like, I think it's like 200 and something rand a month. And then you will see, let me just check if I can see it. There's like a blue tick mark next to your name if you are verified.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so
but
much.
yeah. But you don't
Okay.
need that.
Mm.
All right.
Thank you.
Pleasure. You guys are going to see Instagram, according to me, guys, or my experience, is not as scammy as TikTok. We've had a lot of trouble. I don't know, a lot of trouble in my customers as well. People, accounts have been banned, and my own account has been banned, my other one. You don't really find that on Instagram, you know? Well, not yet. Let's see. JC.
Thank you.
Hey, so I wanted to get a little more information on how to train the algorithm that you were talking about for Instagram.
All right. So Instagram, I can only tell you my experience, right? When I
Right.
started with Instagram, I was just reposting all my TikTok accounts, okay, which wasn't working. I wasn't growing, but I wasn't focusing on Instagram. The moment I started focusing on Instagram, I started doing very, very short reels, okay? And then I would start to comment on anyone's Instagram posts. At night, I would take like 5 minutes and just comment on a couple of posts. I saw a huge influence on that commenting, showing the algorithm that you are actually alive and there. And the same with TikTok, when someone comments on your post or your reel, is to comment back. Stories is absolutely amazing. But that's more for sales, absolutely amazing. But training your algorithm is by also commenting on other people's, like digital marketers, but I can't say that I've had a lot of, that I saw a huge spike on that. That's why I said it's not really the same for me as TikTok. Doesn't really, I don't see a difference in commenting on digital marketers or comment on someone's cat video. I don't really see the difference. But where I do see the difference is engaging with the people, engaging with them, training your algorithm by also being consistent with your posts. And also Instagram takes a day or two to take flight. Like you would post today and you'll have like 400 or 500 views. And then all of a sudden next day, you're going to have over 2,300 views. It takes a day or two just to get into the swing of it. The most important thing about your content in general, or training the algorithm, is your content. I mean, you can use viral hooks, you can use trending audios, which all helps. But at the end of the day, if your content doesn't speak to your perfect customer, you're still going to draw the wrong crowd. But yeah, you'll see.
So I have a lot of people that I follow on Instagram, like with recipes and things like that. Does it matter if, like TikTok, you're supposed to stay just one way? So,
Yeah.
but Instagram,
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter at all. It might change, okay?
Right.
But on my experience, again, I'm also newish to it. I'm not someone that's got 1 million followers and a huge success on Instagram that I can tell you, but I can tell you I'm only getting $900 sales from Instagram. So for me, there is like a different type of client on there, but it also could just be my perfect customer. But Instagram, I'm getting huge success with it, but I don't see the difference in, I'm still following and commenting on a lot of other people, not just digital marketers. In actual fact, I don't know a lot of digital marketers. There was this thread going in on the community and I followed a couple, whoever I could follow that was commenting, but I don't really know a lot of digital marketers on Instagram. So I haven't seen that makes a difference.
So I had another question of, does your Instagram, is it connected to your Facebook? Because right now mine is, like when I post on either or, it goes both
To
ways.
be honest, thank you for mentioning that, because that could also be the reason for my growth, was because it posts automatically to my Facebook stories as well. And then also I let my entire email list know that I'm now on Instagram too, and they need to go and follow me. So that's also a big spurge in the growth, letting your email list know. And yeah, mine is connected to my Facebook as well.
Okay. Last question is, can you do another training on how to set that landing page up in System.io?
Yes,
I know we
I
don't
can
want to
say-
get into that now, but like, can you like do another
Yeah.
training on
If
that?
Michelle and them aren't planning to do it, I'm happy to do it. And I'm happy to give you a template as well that you can use so that you don't have to even figure out how to do it. I'm happy to do
That
that.
would be awesome.
I'll mention it to her and hear what she says.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Okay, pleasure. Is it over, B?
Yes, Overby. Hey,
Okay,
very
awesome.
nice to meet you, Lizelle. That's awesome. You are killing it over in South Africa. I love that.
Oh.
One of my biggest things, I've had the Instagram for a while now. How do you actually get your following? Do you start following other people first besides your content, or what's the best way to really get your following to get bigger?
Well, looking back, that's also a very good question, because we all make mistakes in the beginning. Looking back, again, I didn't really worry about my Instagram. So your Instagram grows automatically because you put content out, because you're consistent. I used to post the TikTok directly there. So obviously it was growing, but not very big. I think it was like, again, I think like 290 at the end of the day. What I would suggest you do is letting your email list know, letting your people on Facebook, even your personal people, even if I don't know if you guys have WhatsApp over there. We've got WhatsApp instead of text, putting it on your status, letting people know that you are on Instagram now as well. Starting to infiltrate your Instagram into your normal posts. Like I also did it in my copy and pasting of ads, which I don't normally do, but I do still post in Facebook groups. So what I would do in certain groups, what I would do is I would add an Instagram link when I started focusing on my Instagram so that I could get the momentum there. So yeah, I would do that. And if you do have a Facebook, I would share it there as well.
Okay. One other thing, I kind of slacked off a little bit, kind of concentrating on the other platforms, but I do have 7 platforms that's all connected to the Repurpose.io. So I've got the videos going to this through TikTok. Does it hurt to have the stuff that I make through Canva and still post those as well? So I actually have the videos and the other stuff that I got posted separately.
So are you saying whatever you're posting on TikTok, you want to post on your Instagram as well?
Well, the stuff that I'm doing on TikTok now, Repurpose.io is already pushing it out if it's less than a minute long. It's pushing it to all of my other platforms. But I was doing working through Canva and actually posting stuff on Instagram with some of the ads that I was making that were not really so much videos, but just the ads and stuff, talking about the program and everything. Is that a bad thing to really have like double the workload going in? Like say 3 ads a day plus 3 videos?
Yeah, on the same platform, I think it's a bit overkilling it. You're going to see Instagram is slightly different. I wouldn't focus on putting out too much content on Instagram. You are going to have to try and test and see what works for you, because I did have a TikTok video that I did under a minute, went completely viral on my Instagram, which also pushed out my growth. And that was great comments as well. So it was a very, very good post that went viral. And I have tried to recreate some of it, but my best performing ones are ones that are short, because Instagram is like 4 to 7 second reels. And it's more on you just put the hook on there and you've got a short little, we call it a B-roll, even, just a video of you maybe walking down the street, not taking action. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, even if you're baking something, you just need to draw that person in with something that you're busy with, something that you're doing.
Okay.
And then with the hook on the screen and then on the caption in the writing area, that's where you're going to give the value. You're going to actually write what that hook says. You're going to deliver on that hook. And here's where ChatGPT can help you a lot. So,
Okay.
yeah, you put the hook and I would start with that. and then maybe put one, first test and see what works. You can always go back to repurpose.io and say, okay, you can include this and this and this, but rather first see what works. Can you show some of examples of your reels? I can. Sorry, OBB, did you have another question?
No, I'm good now. Thank you.
Is that helping? Did that help you? Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Can you guys see? Let me go into Instagram and just show you a little bit. Can you guys see my Instagram here?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right. So here's the lady also. Great one. Look at that. She's just doing something. And then she says, like, darling, 2 years ago, I was broke, single mom with 250,000 in student loan debt. Today, I'm the owner of a multi-7-figure business. Don't give up. It gets better. Okay, this is not really the right one. Okay, let me just go show you a little bit on mine. Look at this one. This was done today. Can you see what's in the caption? I'm doing like a 3 to 7 second reel. It's very, very quick. I'm focusing here on this post. I'm focusing on South Africa, and I'm saying to them, here's how I, look at that. Here's how I earn $900 a day online. But the value is in here. Can you see? Then I share a little bit. This is what we've been told, but honestly, it's a lie. You can actually work 2 hours a day, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's all about the value that you give. Let me get into another. And by the way, I'm using trending audios. Here is a, I tried this now for the first time because that's going around, is the carousels. Look at, this is the one I was talking about that was like going crazy. When you finally figure out how to earn a full-time income without sacrificing time with your children, with your kids. That's what I put. And then I put the call to action and everything in here. But what really works well is when you put the call to action on the screen. I want to show you something here. There was the one that also went crazy and that you can actually recreate. I think, was it this one? Yeah, look at this one. This was also a good one because it had like 52 call to action people responding. So yeah, I'm doing something simple behind the scene. I'm just actually, because I'm actually creating that anticipation of, am I really going to be able to flip this thing? It's so simple. You can actually bake a cake. You can do whatever. And then I just said in my 30s, I was scraping by, struggling to keep up with paying the bills, leaving me overwhelmed. I don't know if you guys can hear the music. Now in my 40s, I have more than enough in my bank account. I average so much per day, blah, blah, blah. Here's what I did. This has been working well for me because then they want to actually go and read, okay, what did I do? And remember, I'm not telling them the call to action in the screen. So to have 52 comments responding to my call to action actually shows you that they went and they read what was stand. They had to read all the way to the bottom to get to comment yes to my free guide to making $900 a day. See, and they were all, and ManyChat answered everyone for me. So that has been working well for me. Anything that's quick, and this one was also working well. You know, they wanted to see, oh my goodness, yeah, I need to recreate one of that again. I look at what works for other people to get some ideas on what type of reels to create. I go to people in the digital marketing space, which is like all over the place. People I admire, people that has got the same customer profile that I feel my customer has. And then I just check what works for them. And that's how I start. Sometimes I'll make one, and then sometimes I'll just do a TikTok video that I did, and if it's less than a minute, I will post it to my Instagram, and sometimes it takes off and sometimes it doesn't. But it's all about adding value. That's one thing about Instagram that I've noticed. You should add value. People watch you, eh? And it's nicer for me than TikTok in a way, because I don't know, Instagram is more a gentleman's area. Does it make sense? Everyone's so nice. Where TikTok is like, do you go live on Instagram? No, I don't go live on Instagram. Well, not yet anyway. I might go live soon, but not yet. Okay, is it Jenru?
Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
good, and you?
I'm good. I'm not sure how to put the camera on.
It is on.
Video.
We can
Let
see
me
you.
s- Oh,
Oh,
okay.
there
I
we can't
can't.
see you. You would just need to click it again. And you are muted now too.
Is that better?
Yes.
Hello? We got it.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay. So I have, is it necessary to verify your account on Instagram if you're mostly working on TikTok? Because I'm not on Instagram a lot, but after listening to you this evening, I think I would like to try that platform.
Mm.
And
Sorry, what
thank,
did you
and thank
ask?
you. Is it necessary to
Oh, necessary to
verify?
verify. No, not at all. Not at all.
So
Yeah.
it's basically just so people don't scam you.
It's when you show verified on Instagram, people already know you're the real person. Because
All
when
right,
you
so
verify yourself on Instagram, you have to go through a security process and you have to pay for it monthly. So then people know you are the real Lizelle and not someone else. So
all right,
with
great.
the history of TikTok, that's the only reason I did it, but it's absolutely not necessary.
All right, sorry, my name's Genevieve. I don't know why it says that there. I'm from
no
South
problem.
I'm from South Africa as well, Johannesburg, but recently moved to the Northwest because I got married and ended up here with one of these boertjies, you know. But anyway, I want to ask, how would I identify my perfect customer? So I come from the health and wellness industry. My parents took me out of school at the age of 16. I have vision in one eye, but I've always had a job. I've never not worked. From 16 until now, I'm 53. I've had a job. But the latest thing is I lost 37 kilograms. This used to be me, just so you can all see.
Oh, wow.
37 kilograms in 14
Well
months, and
done.
I've kept it off for 13 years. And with doing that, I started a health and wellness business. So I don't know how to interlink the two together because, yes, I can talk to people about how to lose weight and how to stay healthy the natural way and to grow their hair because from one product, I have 50 from 2017 until now. That's all I've been doing, and I pay the bills, I do everything. But my reason for doing this is because I'd like to pay my bond fast and I'd like to get my parents from the Eastern Cape to come here because it's a horrible place. So that's my reasoning, but I don't know how to intertwine the two together.
Yeah, a person needs to think about it a little bit because at the end of the day, the person that you want to help is those that are struggling with what you're struggling with. You already have credibility because you already have a transformation story. So what I would actually do, I would keep it separate, selling the legacy builder, right? But why have you ever thought about creating your own digital products within that niche and running a separate account on doing that? Because you're already credible. Like I said, you already have a transformation story. You already can help a lot of people get there faster, also with mindset and what they need to do. So
I have two profiles. I have one for Genie in a Nutshell. My business is called Genie in a Nutshell. And then I've got now a second profile called Genie's Global Solutions for obviously the digital marketing. But I'm finding it difficult because I haven't obviously done a sale yet. I've only started this journey in October. It's probably about 3 weeks, but I can literally sell ice to an Eskimo. So I know I can do this. If anyone can do this, I can. Like I said, I left school at 16. I've worked from then until now, but I've never not had a job. The only time I didn't have a job was when I was on maternity leave with my boys, Chris and Josh, who are 33 and 24. I'm always busy and in your face. If you go, I actually DM'd you today because I wanted to ask if you would give me some personal mentoring. But I don't know if you look at DMs on TikTok. So yes, I did because somebody told me you do this on a side hustle.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't DM at all on TikTok. I can just guess that it's going to be difficult for you to balance the two, right? So I think it would be difficult, but I think your main first passion sounds like it is the health and wellness, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I've bought this program now, so what must I do with it if I'm not gonna, do it?
No, you can there's just different ways. Have you promoted the health and wellness? Are you selling something on that side?
Yes, I have 50 products, from weight loss to hair growth to skincare to collagen, all your natural
Right.
stuff. And I do, like I said, I do well, but not well enough to pay my bond in 3 years, because I don't want to pay it for the next 17. I want to pay it in 3 years. That's my vision. And I want to get my parents out of the Eastern Cape, and I want to get them nearer to where I am, and I can help them.
Yeah. I actually would do it separately. I would do it separately. But it's personal choice. I would do it separately, and then as you are growing your email list and using the skills that you're learning here, applying into your business, and also put the health and wellness on that automation and duplicate the system that you're getting, and doing the same for the health and wellness, and craft your emails and build that know, like, and trust, so you can also automate the health and wellness. And then in your automation, add the legacy builder, add how they can get an extra income by doing this.
I just don't know how to tell the story. So like today I did a video. I said, hey, I'm Genevieve. I'm 53 years old. I left school at 16, didn't have a great upbringing, have vision in one eye, but that is not limited me to anything at the moment. I'm learning how to play the keyboard with vision in one eye. I love to sing. That's my passion. I did a whole spiel for like 5 minutes. So I see I have quite a lot of engagement, but not many comments. And also I'm trying to do all the training in between. So I don't even know where the copy and paste stuff is yet, because I haven't got there. Like, I mean, there's a lot. When you guys say work 2 to 4 hours a day, it's not at the moment possible, because I mean, look at the time of night, and I'm sitting here and I've been doing this all day. I've been on my laptop all day trying to catch up with training and to post ads and.
I think it's yeah, look, you haven't mastered the 2-hour workday.
No.
You haven't mastered it yet, but you will. Okay. Have you done the perfect customer training? And I've asked yourself those questions on who your perfect customer is.
I even did a whole how can I say, just give me a second. I did a whole thing last night. So the first line says, introduction. I lost 37 kgs. Empathy. I've been overweight most of my life and I've always felt insecure. Credibility. I lost my weight in 14 months and kept it off for 13 years. Relatability. I know there are many people out there just like me. I've always felt fat. Even when I've lost the weight, I've always felt that way. Personal transformation. My journey has taught me to believe in myself. I used my transformation to help others, to inspire others, to start my business, Genie in a nutshell. Then I've got resolution and the big opportunity. And then I've got digital marketing connection. I said, when I discovered digital marketing, I saw a potential to empower others, build businesses while helping them improve their health and wellness.
You actually use the digital marketing as an empowerment tool, because you're
So-
already empowering them to take control of their health. Now you can also empower them to take control of their finances. So you can actually intertwine the two like that. And that could be a separate leg to your current business.
Yeah, so this was after watching that 3 hours training session. I sat and did like, there's 3 pages of this. So like I really am putting in the work, if I want to say that.
Yeah. You will
But
get
it's
to
just-
that. The 2-hour workday is your income earning activities. And in the beginning, because you don't know everything, it's going to take time to master it, because now my 2-hour workday is actually less than it, that concentrates on my income earning activities, because before I go live, I make my 3 videos quickly. I don't really do the copy and pasting of ads. I only post to Facebook groups, and I don't even do that every day because I go live, and it's quick, and it's done. That's why I have time for this. I've got time for my own community. I've got time for it, because otherwise I would be bored. But it's just in the beginning when you need to do that training in really doing the groundwork. Once that's done and you know who you're talking to and you know how to get the message across, it's going to become easier. I would intertwine it like that. The digital marketing as empowering them in their finances. And you can intertwine it like that. Empowering your health, empowering your finances. And you can actually talk on both.
Okay,
because
so maybe
your message
start the
to
sentence
right?
like that. Empower your finances and empower your health with Jeannie in a nutshell, or Jeannie's Global Solutions, or whatever.
Yeah, I would talk about, you don't even have to tell your entire story like that. Just like, oh my goodness, guys, this was me back in that I lost 27 Ks. I mean, this is how passionate I am about empowering people to take control of their health. But oh my goodness, let me tell you about how I can empower you with your finances. Have you ever heard about a 2-hour workday? It might seem too good to be true, but let me explain. And then you can actually explain. This is how a 2-hour workday. Imagine taking control of your finances and your health. Imagine where you want to be in December if you start today. Just like you can empower your health by taking small little steps every single day, new habits that you're going to form, just so with your finances. The 2-hour workday is small steps you take every single day that's consistent to have that big result that you want. Right?
Yeah,
Does that make
that sounds great. Yeah. It's like when I tell my weight loss clients, I'll say, well, how do you brush your teeth? I said, every day you have to brush your teeth, right? And they'll go, right. I'll go, well, you don't need somebody to tell you to do it. You just do it because you know you need to do it. But eventually you have a great mouthful of teeth. The same with your weight. If you just do it step by step, then eventually you will have the results.
Yeah, and it's actually a very good, something that can keep them busy. Something that can keep them occupied, because sometimes when you focus so much on your weight, it seems like too big of a mountain to overcome, and you actually have something now for them where they can empower themselves educationally, mentally, and their finances and their health. Yeah, it really does. It works with one another. I say on my live most every second day or so, I talk about on my live how consistency brings the big results. We all want the big results, but we don't want to start small, and we don't want to be consistent with the day to day. If you want that nice rocking body by December, you need to start doing something different today. You need to start going for a walk. You need to start eating differently. If you want your bank account to look different December, you need to start implementing small little steps every single day. So it's the same thing. Yeah, there's a connection between the two.
All right. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Please have a look if you can find me on your DM under Jeannie's Global Solution. And if you do
just make sure you DM the right Lizelle. I've got only one account on TikTok now.
Yeah, Penny sent me your number. She's also from South Africa. I don't know if you know Penny. So she sent not your number, your
on TikTok.
Not your number, sorry, your link. And I just basically clicked on it and sent you a message. So you should find one from Genevieve Foree at Jeannie in a nutshell, or Jeannie's Global Solution. If you can maybe
on
jot
TikTok.
it down. Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out. But
All right,
I think
you can look at my page as well. I'd be very, very appreciative.
All right, I'll check it out.
All right.
Just make sure it's the right
And
account.
guys, thank you for your patience. Please go give me a follow if you want to lose some weight or grow your hair.
Awesome. She's right. She can sell ice to an Eskimo. Eh? Wendy. Hey, Wendy. You're unmuted still.
Can you hear me
There
now?
we go. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, I just lost your picture entirely, so I hope you can still, are you still seeing me?
I can still hear you.
Okay, well, we'll go with hearing anyway. Sorry, I'm on my iPad and I think I touched something. I wanted to ask you about like Instagram. What do I talk about in telling my story? Like because that seems to be a really big thing for Instagram, is posting a story. And I don't.
Well, in your stories is actually more about behind the scenes. When you're posting your Instagram story, you want to actually show a little bit about what your day-to-day looks like. You mustn't overthink that at all. When you go for a coffee with a friend, just go take a quick 1 to 2 second video of you at the coffee shop and say you're going for coffee with your friend. It's like simple snippets like that.
Oh, okay. And it doesn't need to be a long, like that could go in a reel.
No. You can do a reel when you want to add value and talk a little bit about your business as well, but more add value. In your stories, you're going to post behind the scenes, but you're going to also sell behind the scenes, if it makes sense. Like,
Yes, okay.
you would take a video of me and my sister going for coffee and tell them, you know, I can go for coffee. I'm in control of my own time. I don't have to go to a boss. I will just put something small there and then I will put my link in. But it's
Okay.
behind the scenes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I thought you had to like build up, you know, this is my this is my boring life. I'm retired and I don't really do much. But okay, so I
No,
don't
and
have
you're
to.
going to learn. I'm sure Michelle's going to cover that as well, because there's different types of how you can do a story. You can also do a story where it's a loop that goes on, like where you can actually have a chat. You know, a story is only
Yes.
there for 20 minutes. You can also
Okay.
have that. I just focus on whatever's happening for the day. I just want people to have a peek on what it looks like behind the scenes, because that's what grows the relationship between me
Yeah,
and my
and when they
person.
get to know you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's helpful. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
That was it.
Pleasure. Carolyn. Oh yeah.
Hi.
People. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I just have a couple questions and I'll keep them short. So for Instagram, where'd you go? There you are. My box moved. So for Instagram, do you think you've spent more time on Instagram versus TikTok? Or did you think, okay, you think
Taking a little bit more time with when I started focusing on the Instagram, because I still had to keep to my TikTok, and then I had to create something different for my Instagram. So when I did that transition or not transition, when I added Instagram as another platform, I did spend some more time on getting that up and going, because I didn't know what was working on Instagram. So I had to trial and error, you know, check out what's working.
Yeah, because I've been really feeling like I want to do Instagram, but I just got my ability to go live on TikTok. So I'm like, I don't want to just abandon TikTok, but I'm like, I feel like I'm spending so much time on TikTok, and my time is very limited. I work, I have a business, I have a toddler, so it's like I'm spending too much time. So I'm like wondering about utilizing Instagram, because you said you post like one time a day on Instagram too. And do stories.
I started with one time a day. Yeah. But keep your main focus your main focus. If TikTok is your main focus,
I don't
keep
really
it as
want
your
it to
main.
be. I don't think I really want it to be.
Well, then start with Instagram. Maybe just start posting once a day, you know,
Yeah.
and make it very short reels. You're gonna get that instant gratification with Instagram anyway.
Yeah.
TikTok it depends, but TikTok has had some changes. You're saying you're spending a lot of time on TikTok. What do you mean with a lot of time? You just post
Well,
your
I
funny
just
time
feel like
stuff?
I feel like I spend like I can write so much faster, and that's the thing. I feel like I spend so much time creating a talking video that I'm like, I'm not sure. I feel like I'm almost forcing it, whereas
You're gonna love
Instagram,
Instagram then,
yeah,
Carolyn. You're gonna love Instagram, because
yeah,
Instagram thrives. What I love about it is I only have to put the hook. I don't have to do a lot of talking videos, which I actually enjoy. I enjoy talking videos, but you're gonna love it. It's like instant gratification over there, because the reel is so short. You can actually think about what you want to write and really add value in that
yeah.
reel, and you get that response, which is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that's
you're gonna
my thing.
enjoy
Like,
it.
I talk a lot for
In
my
the
other
beginning,
business so I'm like, I don't know if I really like, I just feel like I'm forcing this. So,
maybe
and then
just
go ahead.
start with once a day and see how it goes.
Okay. And then the other thing was there was two quick things. Do you create in Instagram or do you upload it into Instagram? Like, when do you do?
Most
You
of the
create.
time, but I can also tell you some of my videos, especially the talking video that went viral, was created in TikTok. I don't see that that's really a thing with Instagram. I
Yeah.
haven't noticed that was my TikTok videos has gone viral that I created in TikTok, and my Instagram videos that I created out of Instagram has also gone viral. So I don't see that it really makes a difference. Although each platform prefers for you to have native uploads, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
So
like,
you can use
like taking the
can use
video.
short videos.
Sorry, go
Boy,
ahead. I mean, like taking a video, like I have a bunch of short clips and stuff that I can take, but then doing the copy in Instagram, or do you do that, like you do
Yeah,
all
no,
that?
that's
Okay.
you can do it. Just take off the logo. I didn't even do that in the beginning, but it does make a difference. Just take off the logo on your TikTok video. If it's
Yeah.
short, just do that.
And
Yeah.
then the last thing was trending audios. How do you find those on Instagram?
You go look at all the obviously you're going to have to go and follow some people that's in your niche and that for you that talks to your perfect customer. I've went and I followed a couple that I see was doing well, and that it seems like they've got the same, more or less the same customer than me. So what I did was I actually learned a lot from them as well. And then I would see what trending audios they are using, and then I would just save it. But also there's so many people inside in Instagram that give free audios on a weekly basis. You just need to find those Instagram influencers on your Instagram, and then you just save it as they share it. You just save it. Every trending audio that has got less than 3,000 users is one that you should use, because it means it's still trending. It's, it's about to go big, because once it goes big, it doesn't really trend anymore.
Okay. And then for the SEO, when you do SEO, you might have said this in the beginning, but I can't remember. Do you make sure all those SEO words are in your copy or like on your screen too, or do hashtags for them, or do you worry about that in Instagram?
Not at all. Not at all. I use my hashtags, but yeah, it just doesn't have that influence. I do use keywords because I do plan my content. I am intentional with my
I
content.
know.
Yeah.
I do search for what my perfect customer has been looking for. But I know it already because I've been searching it always. I always search, I'm always intentional. Every week I will ask myself, what does my customer want to hear this week? What does she or he needs to hear to take action? It's October. They're probably worried about the holidays. They're probably worried about Christmas gifts. They're
Scott, can you
probably
kill it, please?
depressed because they can't
Kill it.
to plan their holiday, so I do that. And then I use I would search for that in answerthepublic.com, or I would even ask ChatGPT, and then I would ask the keywords that they search. But I don't even search it on a regular basis anymore because I know what my customers searching. So you would want to use those specific keywords. Like the one I used that also did very well was, what do you do when you don't want to go to work? That's something I searched. What was my customer looking for? And it was a hook I put on the screen, a quick video, and I got a lot of leads from that. Does that answer your question? I hope it does.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
All right. Is it Michelle?
Hello, yes, it is. How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. I had 3 quick questions. I currently do not have notifications on. I feel it bings too much and it gets my heart rate up and it gives me a lot of anxiety the more notifications that I'm getting. I'm trying to check it maybe once a day. Do you recommend a specific time to check on your TikTok videos and your Instagrams to just kind of see how they're doing, or are you constantly looking at your videos?
No, I'm not. And it's a good thing that you are switching it off, because you need to do what works for you. When I check my comments is only the time I post. The only time I spend on TikTok and Instagram is when I post. So when I post in the morning, I would answer and respond to the questions, and then I will do my post. And then at lunchtime, when I do my second post, I will answer the comments before I do my lunchtime post. And then the same in the evening. That's the only time I check it. Sometimes I don't even check it in the evenings. I'll only check it the next morning, because I do switch off mentally in the evenings. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
for
much
sure.
yeah. That's good.
I have a very crazy lifestyle. I'm a stay-at-home entrepreneur. I have I live in Texas and we have chickens in our backyard, but I'm also out in the field for another company that I run, where I'm like in attics and stuff. And sometimes I feel like posting such a scrabble of content is very confusing to my followers. So, do you recommend like sticking to a specific lifestyle, like if you're driving scenic pictures, or if I really like my homestead, like chickens and my garden and things like that? Or is the clutter okay to post on Instagram?
It's completely okay. It's letting people into who you are. It's completely okay. I would focus on that in your stories, and then you can actually explain what's happening, why it's all over the place. Maybe keep your Instagram, your reels, maybe more a certain theme,
Okay.
and add little bits and pieces. But you're gonna see, look, it changes all the time. But since I've been on Instagram, and what's been working for me is it gives you a lot of freedom, Instagram. It's so simple creating content. Every time when you wake up in the morning and you have your cup of coffee, take a small little video of you walking with your coffee. Or when you go for the weekend, when I go on a weekend, I just take a quick video of whatever, if we're sitting at a restaurant or whatever, and I keep it in my camera folder, in my gallery. And whenever I create my content, I just bring that up. And I just add a good hook and trending audio and some value that I add what I want to say in the hook. But yeah, I would say reels, keep it into a certain style, and stories, you can go wild.
Okay, awesome. And then my last question, what percentage of your sales comes from free ads, or do you personally feel you post less free ads now that you have more traction on social media?
Yeah, I don't do the copy and pasting of ads anymore. I
Okay.
actually only did for the first 4 or 5 weeks until I could go live. As soon as I went live on TikTok, I stopped with the copy and pasting of ads.
Okay.
It was good for exposure though. So you might not get the leads that you want, but you are getting eyes on your funnel. So it's part of the process. And if you can't do it or for some reason, you have to replace it with something else. What I did was I started going live, but then I replaced it with Facebook ads, like Facebook in groups. I would post, and I'm actually still posting to one type of group every single week still, just because I get good traction from it. I get a lot of leads from it.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Pleasure. Lorraine?
Hello, Lizelle. Can you hear me work?
Yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm also from South Africa, also the Northwest region. So I've been in since June and I've not made a sale, but I was not consistent in the beginning. So that was the problem. 3 weeks ago, I started posting on Facebook as well. And it's also linked to my Instagram. I do not get so much engagement on Instagram, but every time that it uploads to Instagram and I use a certain the music, it tells me that it was added to the audio page for somewhere. For the last 5 days, I have been receiving more engagement, but the comments are still coming slow. I don't have a lot of leads in my emails yet, but it's also building up. So I'm getting excited. I just want to say that every time I watch you or Christelle or Cecilia, I always feel your energy, but when I have to do something, I have so much things that I want to say. Also crazy lifestyle. I'm very busy. I'm running my small daycare from home ever since COVID hit because I lost my job. And I also had the privilege of seeing my children grow up in front of me. So I also think that I'm not sure if it's my audience, but I'm targeting moms that needs to stay home with their children because I also feel that I didn't want to miss a single aspect of my children growing up. I didn't want someone to phone me and tell me that they started walking. So I'm also a mommy of 2 beautiful daughters. And I have a stepson, but I don't call him my stepson. He's my son, also getting married next year for the first time. I'm 34 years old. So yes, I also feel that my content is a bit all over the place. But like I said, for the past 5 days during the 90 day run, I have got a lot more engagement. than I did previously. But I've been part of social media for a long time, and I learned a lot of things that I didn't know social media could do. So I was really glad when I started digital marketing, and I'm still positive. I'm one of the people that always feel that I doubt things, but then it always has a way of working itself out. So yeah, I'm just a bit worried about the comments. I'm not really getting as much comments as I think I should be.
And that's Facebook or TikTok.
Well, mostly I do on TikTok because I love creating the videos on TikTok. I've tried CapCut, but I'm struggling a bit with CapCut as well as Canva. So most of my videos I do on TikTok, and then I post it to Facebook, and automatically it posts to Instagram. But I only started doing that 3 weeks ago.
I just wanted to ask you. So you've been consistent now for 3 weeks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, it's going to come. It's going to come. You must just always keep in mind people are watching you. They are watching you. You've been consistent now for 3 weeks. They're going to keep on watching you. And all of a sudden, the sales are going to come in. It's like going on a diet. You're not going to lose 10 Ks in your first 3 weeks. But all of a sudden, by the 4th or the 5th week, you all of a sudden lose like 3 or 4 kilograms. And then you think to yourself, oh my goodness, what did I do right this week? It's not because of what you've done right that week. It's because of what you've been doing right consistently. Just keep on showing up consistently. It will come. Okay.
And I also went live, but one time at night, when I went live, I got a lot of bad comments. So every time that I want to go live, it feels like someone's choking me. I'm scared to go live again after that experience.
It's something you need to push through or go live with someone. What you
Yes,
can start
I did
with
speak
is
to people.
interview people, maybe. Invite
Okay.
someone on your live and say, hey, let me interview you. Prepare 5 or 6 questions, and it doesn't have to be a long live. It can be half an hour, and say, hey guys, we put half an hour aside. And let your people know beforehand. It's going to create some excitement. And then when you're not going to do all the talking because you're just going to ask the questions, it's going to make you a little bit more confident and more comfortable, and as soon as you start seeing some engagement, it's going to give you a lot more confidence.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Thank you so much, Lizelle.
Pleasure. Mandy, let's take Mandy. I think that's it. Linda, did you go afterwards,
Hi.
Linda?
Hi, Lizelle.
Hello.
Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. 2 quick questions. The first is, okay, you shared the post that you make on Instagram. So what type of copy should we create if we haven't gotten the result yet? So for example, I can't go on Instagram and say, oh, click here if you want to learn how to make 900 a day, for example, when I haven't gotten the result yet. How do I now structure my copy so it still is relatable, but still is to some degree it's inspirational, and it will kind of inspire people to act regarding results when I haven't gotten results yet? I don't know whether I'm making sense.
Oh, absolutely. Can you see my screen? It's on
Yes,
Instagram.
I can. Yes, I can.
I'm going to show you some comments here, or some videos here. You're going to love Instagram because Instagram is all about the value. It's all about cuddling. It's all about making someone feel good. It's not about showing off on how much you earned. In actual fact, believe it or not, a lot of people are scared off when you tell them how much you've earned. Because to a lot of people, it's still too good to be true, right? But I want to show you a little bit on this woman. Look at this. She's totally faceless, totally. Look at that. I hate to break it to you. 2-week holiday isn't a treat when you're a slave for the other 50. A Rolex isn't a flex if it tells you when your lunch break is over. Blah, blah, blah. She shares a little bit there. What I do is beginner friendly. I started with 0 experience just August last year. Can be done from anywhere in the world. Can be scaled to multiple 5-figure. Okay, she says now like she have, but you don't have to say it. You can just say can be scaled to a multiple 6-figure business. You know what I mean? You can just say stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you more. Okay, she has earned quite a lot. I want to show you someone else. Let me see if I can find it. There was this lady on here. She's absolutely amazing at how she does her content without, and I mean, she never talks about money. You can even say, like, look at her. She's saying, I make my monthly salary in a day by using Instagram Reels, and now I want to show you how. You can say, do you know you can make your monthly salary in a day? You know what I mean? And then you
Correct. Yeah.
explain to them how it works. It's all about adding value, adding education. I think I'm going to look a long time. Hang on. Yeah, I think I'm going to look now for a long time for that. So I don't think it's going to help. But, oh man, yeah, I would love to have shown you that, but I don't think I'll be able to see that.
Okay.
Am I still sharing my screen? Oh my goodness, where
Yeah.
is all my...
No, I can see your screen.
Oh, yeah, you know, it's not about, we all started with zero, right? I mean, even when I started, you have to start somewhere. It's not about the money that you're making. It's about the possibility. It's about selling that dream destination, you know, of what it can bring. So that's why it's important to know your customers' pain points and their desires. You can only ask a certain questions and then tell them, educate them about what the program can do for them. Where do they want to be December? Think about where your perfect customer wants to be in, or where do they want to be? What do they want for their life? It's talking to those pain points and their desires, because what you have to offer is a solution. They need to
Correct.
know about the solution. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
And
just
I mean,
know how to, yeah.
no, specifically with me, I'm in a 9 to 5 and I'm looking to transition to, full-time housewife. And of course that's kind of the target audience that I want to go after. Obviously, I can't speak about being a housewife because that's still something that I'm on the road to become. But it's so I just kind of speak to the aspirations and then how this program helps achieve that.
Yeah, if you're very bold, you can already put it out in the universe and give yourself a date by the time you're
Yeah.
going to be a stay-at-home mom. And do that,
Fantastic.
because if you are courageous enough to do that, it's going to keep you accountable, and you're also going to take a crowd with you. A lot of people think they have to earn a certain amount of money or tell that they've made a lot of sales, or be already where they want to be. But what you don't realize is you are the first one to step up, and a lot of people are waiting for that person to step up to show them that this can be done, and they're going to start following you. So put
Got
that
it.
date out there, say, by this time, and just be adamant and say, and talk to that person, help them. Talk to that one person that you see in front of you, by this time next year, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom, because that's what I've always wanted to be. And I always thought it was impossible until I found my solution. Let me tell you, this is going to blow your mind. Are you ready to hear it? 2-hour workday. This is how it works. You get a free automated system that works online for you 24/7. I'm starting. Imagine if you start today, where can you be this time next year? Because this program teaches you $900 a day. What if you only make $900 a week? What would that mean for your life? Can you see where I'm going with this? It's like this time,
Yeah.
you
Got
already
it.
talk it into being, and they're going to want to follow you because you're going to
Got
stand
it.
for
And
something.
then do I now share that date publicly, like in 6 months or in a year?
Yeah, I would say this time next year. I would share that. Be bold with it. And I mean, this time next year, wherever you are, let's say you're probably going to be there faster, but if something happens in your life, you can't, or whatever, you're going to keep your people in the loop the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
gonna
how,
keep
then
you accountable.
lastly, Lizelle, like, are you able, I mean, you showed obviously the faceless account, like, am I still able to do this faceless without kind of showing who I am? Because I mean, I'm still in a 9 to 5, so I don't want to kind of be all over the internet. Can I still do this faceless, but still kind of, personable, kind of like still relatable?
Yes, there is so much you can do on Instagram with that. I saw a post the other day, and I don't think, I wonder if I'll be able to show you. It was so amazing. This is a woman who knows exactly who her perfect customer is because you can clearly see it. I'm going to find it on my phone here. It wasn't even, she's got a faceless account. I don't think it's her. She was lying on the couch, playing with a tablet. And then while she was on the tablet, on the screen said, why do people, wait, I'm going to show it to you. And I'll read it. This was, for me, was so amazing. And I actually forwarded to one of my customers and I said, you know what? this person knows who a perfect customer is. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay.
Oh, let me bring it up on the screen so everyone can see it. Okay. This was actually the one I was looking for now. All right, so the digital momtrepreneur, this one. Okay. Look at that. She never shows her face, but she adds so much value in her posts. I'm just going to see if I can find that one. Let me read it to you. She says she was lying on the couch, and then she said, just wondering how moms are supposed to work 9 to 5, drop the kids off to school at 8 a.m., pick them up by 3 p.m., stay on top of school activities, meal prep, cook dinner, keep the house clean, do the laundry, run the kids to extracurricular activities, climb the corporate ladder, save sick days for when the kids are sick, be a good friend, daughter, partner, as well as take care of their own body and mental health. And then, yeah, and then in the caption, she was adding so much value on mothers who juggle it all, and there's so much expected of mothers to juggle it all, and she's found digital marketing and it actually helps her to work smarter and now not harder. Now she can be all that without having to worry about the finances. Now she can actually afford to pay for a nanny or afford to pay for the laundry. She can afford those extra stuff so that she can have more time for herself. It's just an amazing post, stuff like that. You can be relatable.
Lizelle, yeah, what is her username? I wanted to screenshot her username.
Oh, sorry. It's the digital momtrepreneur. Let me put it in here.
Okay, thank you so much.
Entrepreneur. Yeah, that one.
Fantastic. Oh, thank you so much, Lizelle. Really appreciate this.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Did she do that with Instagram or Canva? In Canva, there's a lot of story templates as well. What if I'm not doing it for the money, rather for helping people and sharing things I love? Well, that's amazing. Then you can add value that way, right? If you're not doing it for the money, it's amazing because it fuels what you love doing. You won't be able to do what you love if there's no money, because who's going to put food on the table, right? So there's so many ways. At the end of the day, you want to share the destination where you're taking your customer to, the same destination that you are on your way to, right? All right, I think that's it, right? Okay, guys, thank you so much for being on. I really hope that you learned a lot. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for asking questions. And I'll see you inside the community. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you.